All right, let's dive into the world of SEO. I mean, who doesn't want to be at the top of those search results? Today, we're taking a deep dive into what it takes to become an SEO expert.
Yeah, it really is amazing how it all works.
It really is, right.
Mm.
And to help us understand exactly what these digital wizards do, we're taking a look at some awesome resources from RoleCatcher.
Cool.
Yeah, they have this really detailed SEO expert career guide. Plus, they have a ton of info on how their platform can help people land their dream SEO job.
Nice. I'm excited to dig into it.
Okay, so the RoleCatcher guide jumps right into the big question: what does an SEO expert actually do? And we both know it's way more than just knowing keywords, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Way more. People think it's this like really narrow technical field, and that's just not true. It's about looking at the big picture of how people search for stuff online and then like using all that to help boost a company's entire online presence.
Wow. So you're not just building a website, you're building a company's entire online world.
You got it.
Yeah.
You're really shaping how people see the company, driving traffic to their site, and like basically helping them succeed, which starts with knowing how search engines work.
So I think I get that, but if I'm listening right now, what would I actually be doing all day? I mean, what does that actually look like? What kinds of tasks does the guide talk about?
Okay, so let's say you're working for a clothing company. You might spend your morning like analyzing data, seeing what keywords people are using to find stuff, Like are they searching for stylish winter coats or warm jackets for cold weather?
It's like you're solving a mystery, figuring out what people really want.
Yes, exactly. And then you can take that and optimize the company's website content, make sure it's using the right search terms.
So it is a balance of creative and technical.
You got it. But it's even more than that. It's also about seeing the big picture, like how easy is the website to use? Does it load fast? All that plays a role in how search engines rank it.
So an SEO expert really does need to be a jack of all trades.
And what's even wilder? The world of SEO is never stagnant. Search engine algorithms are changing all the time. So you got to be constantly learning and adapting.
Okay, so that's kind of exciting and kind of scary. What does that mean for somebody who's thinking about this as a career?
It means you got to be a lifelong learner if you want to be successful in SEO. You can't just learn a few things and be done, You got to always be curious and be ready to learn new things and face new challenges.
So maybe not for somebody who likes to do the same thing every day.
Definitely not.
Uh,
But if you like a fast-paced environment where you're always learning and growing, SEO might be the perfect fit.
Okay, so let's get down to the nuts and bolts. What are some of the pros and cons of this career that really stood out to you from the RoleCatcher guide?
Yeah, you really do have to be the kind of person who thrives on, constant change.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so speaking of things you should know, what about the maybe not so great parts of being an SEO? What does RoleCatcher say?
Well, they talk about how, like we were just saying, things change all the time in the SEO world.
Right.
And that's one of the big things, I think. Always having to learn new things, keeping up with the latest algorithm updates and all that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, that could be exhausting for some people.
For sure. You have to be okay with not knowing everything, like
Yeah.
comfortable with a little bit of chaos and always be learning new things. And speaking of skills,
Yeah.
the guide does a really good job of going into detail on the skills and knowledge you need to really be good at this.
Okay, so let's talk skills. What do you actually need to know to build a career in SEO? We know it's more than knowing keywords, so get specific. What should someone focus on?
Definitely start with the technical and analytical side of things. You're going to be working with a lot of data, like analyzing website traffic and all that.
Okay, so you got to be good with numbers.
Numbers are your friend. And then on the technical side,
Yeah. Do you have to be a coder? What's the deal with that?
I mean, it definitely helps to know a little something about coding.
Okay.
Like if you understand HTML and CSS, you're going to have a leg up. But you don't have to be like a master coder or anything.
It's good to know.
Yeah, and the guide actually really stressed how important the people skills are too.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, communication, collaboration, all that.
Interesting.
Yeah, you might even need to get good at like persuasion too, because you might have to explain these complex SEO ideas to people who are like totally new to it.
Oh, right. Like if they don't understand all the technical parts?
Exactly. Like you might have to really get people on board with your SEO strategy or even just explain data so that everybody gets it.
So you're not just an SEO expert, you're an SEO teacher.
That's a good way to put it. And honestly, all those skills, the data, the tech stuff, the communication, that can be helpful for a lot of different careers.
That's so true. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, and the RoleCatcher guide actually makes a point of saying that.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like the skills you build in SEO can really open
Right.
doors.
Okay, but before we go there,
Yeah.
let's talk about what that career path actually looks like.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
So let's say somebody is listening to us right now and they're like, all right, I'm in. How do I get started? What does RoleCatcher say about how to, like, actually start your career in SEO?
Well, they actually do a really good job of like laying out what a typical career path looks like.
Awesome.
Yeah, it shows how you can start at an entry level and then, work your way up. And they even give real world examples.
Oh, cool. I like that. Those always make it so much easier to imagine yourself in that job.
Right. Like, what would you actually be doing all day?
Exactly. Okay, so entry level, let's say you're an SEO specialist. What's that like?
Okay, so let's say you work for an online bookstore, right?
I like it.
Maybe you get a discount on books. Who knows?
Even better.
So you might spend like your morning doing keyword research.
Okay.
What are people searching for? Like best historical fiction novels or books about time travel?
So it's kind of like you're matching readers and books.
Yes, you're connecting people with what they want. And then once you've done all that research, then you get to actually like optimize the website. Like maybe you rewrite some product descriptions so they sound better and use the right words. Or you even write blog posts.
So you need to be creative and analytical.
Yeah, for sure. You're using all that data to make the content better.
That's awesome.
And then as you get more experience, you get promoted and stuff, you move up to like a senior SEO specialist.
Okay.
And at that level, you're not just fixing problems, you're coming up with strategies to get the website seen by as many people as possible.
So the stakes are higher.
Definitely. You might be managing like link building campaigns and stuff like that.
Well, what's that?
It's basically where you're trying to get other websites to link to yours, which is really important for SEO.
Wow, it sounds complicated.
Yeah, you might work with other teams too, like the marketing team.
Oh, right, because they're all connected.
Exactly.
So you're really becoming an SEO leader.
Totally. And if you really love being a leader, RoleCatcher says you could become an SEO manager. That's like the top of the mountain.
Wow, the SEO master.
Pretty much. You'd be in charge of a whole team of SEO experts, and you make all the big decisions about strategy.
Okay, so we've gone from keyword research all the way to SEO manager. That's amazing, but it also sounds like a really competitive field. So, like, how does somebody actually stand out from all the other SEO experts out there?
Right.
Especially now that, like, everything is online and people use algorithms and bots and stuff.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get lost in the shuffle. And RoleCatcher actually gives some good advice for this too. Like, one thing they say is to get certified.
Oh, like in Google Analytics.
Yep, exactly. Or Google Ads. It's basically like getting an official seal of approval from Google themselves.
Yeah, that makes sense. So employers know you're legit.
Exactly. It shows you know what you're doing.
Right.
And obviously, like, you want to have a good website.
Right. If you're an SEO expert, your own website better be good.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It should be like your online portfolio, show off all your skills.
Yeah, that's super smart. Okay, what about networking? Is that still important? I feel like that's such an old school idea, but it probably still matters.
Oh, it definitely still matters.
Okay, good.
RoleCatcher says go to conferences, join online communities, all that stuff.
So, yeah, it's really about so much more than just, like, knowing how to do SEO.
Right.
It's about being adaptable and being resourceful and, like, just always learning.
100%, you've got it. You have to be willing to learn new things all the time.
That's such a good point. Okay, well, this has been amazing. Thank you so much for, like, breaking all this down with me. It's been so fun to learn about the world of SEO.
Yeah.
And to everybody listening, I hope you feel inspired. SEO is challenging, but you can do it. If you're willing to put in the work, maybe we'll see you at the top of the leaderboard one day. And hey, maybe RoleCatcher can help you get there.